Hey guys, so I wanted to bring you this fun little back to school balayage tutorial. This is a good friend of mine, Cadence. She has virgin hair, which means she's never gotten her hair colored before. So I thought this was a really good video to share with you guys. Cadence is going to be going into the 8th grade, so we're going to be doing a balayage technique on her. These videos are meant just entertainment purposes, not for you to follow at home. Please, please keep that in mind. It took me years to perfect my balayage technique, you guys. Like the first time I gave this a whirl, it was not that great. So my non-professionals, just make sure you're not trying this at home. Go to a professional stylist. I promise you, it's a lot harder than it looks. But you can just use this as inspiration for your next hair appointment or just enjoy watching this fun before and after. I love doing this technique on younger girls. The upkeep is going to be very minimal for her mom. She's not going to be having to come in here every 6 to 8 weeks. So it's going to grow out beautifully. So she may need to come see me in a year. Now with Cadence, I chose to do an open air balayage application, which means I'm not covering her in foils or plastic wrap because our goal is not to go super bright blonde with her. We want a very natural looking color that just kind of flows from her roots to ends, kind of like just sun-kissed. So this whole process probably took me about, I would say 45 minutes to an hour to paint. Now if I was going in with foils, it would definitely take a lot longer because as you can see, she has a ton of hair. So that's why I love to open air balayage, and this lightener that I'm using is a balayage lightener, which means it's going to kind of form a shell and get hard so it doesn't transfer on the back. As you've seen me lifting up pieces, it doesn't bleed all over as I go down with each section of hair. So as I'm working towards the front, I'm using that same V pattern, but then you'll see me grabbing just little pieces around her face, painting those up to the roots just to give her a little bit more brightness. I like it to be more higher in the front and kind of just flow a little bit further down towards the back of the head. Now I'm working on my last side. I always like to start in the back and then work my way to the front. This is just step one in this process. The next step will be all the toning and everything like that. I never just apply bleach and rinse and go. I always use toners, always. Usually 2 to 3 toners per client just to get that nice flow of color, as you'll see in just a moment. Now we're all finished with her. I was just going to turn her around so you can kind of see how we applied the lightener. I love looking at this, you guys. It's just so satisfying. And then we're going to let her set in process for about 30 minutes. No heat required. As you can see, I'm going to open up that shell to check and see how she lifted, and she lifted amazingly. It's a nice soft level 8. I do not want to lift her any higher than that, so this is perfect. Now we're just going to take her to the shampoo bowl and get her all rinsed out. I always rinse the lightener first, and then I go in with my toners. And as I say toners, this is technically what I do to pre-tone the hair. I'm using Fanola's No Orange shampoo. This is going to cancel out any orange or any brass left in the hair, just so it's a nice, even, smooth canvas to go in with our actual toners, which is going to be Redken's 05N and 06NB on the roots. Then after I get that all over the roots, I'm going to go in with her mid to end tone and smudge that in using Redken's 07N, 08B, and 08GI. And I'm going to let that process for a good 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to rinse that out, shampoo, condition. I gave her a little bit of a trim on the ends, get her all blow dried, and you can just see, oh my gosh, those tones, how gorgeous that is, how soft it looks on her. It's not too overpowering, it's perfect for her age. And like I said before, the grow out, the upkeep will be so minimal for her mom. As you can see, it's very soft around the roots, so no harsh lines. So she can grow this out as long as she wants and come back to see me, you know, in a good 6, 8 months to a year even. Now on to my most favorite part. I love putting some waves in my balayages just because it separates out the hair, really shows off that dimension. I always tell clients when they show me pictures of a balayage, do you curl your hair? And some of them will say no, and I'm like, okay, well the color's gonna look a little bit different versus this picture you're showing me, because when you curl the hair, it really opens it up and shows off that balayage technique, all the colors, the tones that we just put in. So just keep that in mind. They look amazing without being curled, but gosh, when you curl a balayage, it's so pretty, you guys. Just learn to curl if you have a balayage. That's all I gotta say. So we are pretty much done with her. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, you know, you can always DM me on Instagram. I post a ton of hair content there. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.